Hey everyone, in this video I want to share a mindset tip with you that will hopefully help you maintain discipline. Now when it comes to doing things you don't want to do, think about it from this perspective. Realize that it will be helping the future version of you. You'll be helping out you, but in the future. You'll be making your life easier then. This is something useful to think of because oftentimes we put things off, we procrastinate, and we don't realize how that's actually harming us in the future. And since we're not living in the future, of course, we tend to think, oh, it doesn't matter so much, but it does, because it means you'll still have to do that thing very likely, only now you're going to have to do it in the future, and maybe it'll be even worse because it could lead to problems compounding over time or making the situation worse, or it could just be you're saving it for a future version of you that may not have as much energy as you do in the here and now. So doing it sooner rather than later is almost always the better route. You're saving your future self from having to do whatever it is you don't want to do right now. And this is especially important when it comes to taking good care of yourself. It's almost always better to take care of yourself now than to postpone that for the future version of you and believe that it's not going to harm you in some way. For instance, many people won't diet now. They won't eat better now because they think, oh, I'll be able to do that in the future. But that could be creating health problems for the future version of you. Since you don't want to do it in the here and now, maybe you'll end up with issues that lead to you ending up in the hospital in the future, all because you didn't have the discipline in the present moment to take good care of yourself. Now you've created problems for the future version of you. Same thing with going to the gym and working out, exercising. Many people don't want to do that. They think that they can do that further down the road. But again, maybe the future version of you won't be as mobile as you are here and now today. So why not start exercising now? Why postpone it for the future? You just never know what the future version of you will be dealing with. So why are you going to postpone all your issues and whatnot for the future? That's making it very unfair on yourself for the future version of you where you're going to have to deal with all those things because of your neglect in the present moment. It's just so much better to take care of those things, to handle them now rather than waiting until later. So hopefully this mindset is useful. I know that it's useful for me, and I've honestly never really had issues with discipline. It's something I've always been good at. I don't know exactly why or how. Maybe it's the way my parents raised me. I don't know. But usually I'm pretty good about being disciplined with things that come to like self-care, exercising, eating well, and that sort of thing. Where I more so tend to fall short is when it comes to chores and whatnot, because I don't want to do those things immediately. But again, whenever I postpone them, that's just creating a problem for my future self, because now whatever that thing is that I needed to do, it's going to compound. For instance, like doing laundry. The longer I wait to do laundry, now I have more loads that I need to do, which means more folding. But if I handle it when it's happening in the here and now, I can do one load, and then that's only one load to have to fold as opposed to maybe 2 or 3. So usually it's just better to do things right away instead of postponing them. And especially for your self-care, just do not neglect yourself like that. You don't know what you could be dealing with in the future, or what issues, especially health issues, you could be creating for yourself further down the road. I've already made other videos talking about health and whatnot, but as a rule, it's just useful to think about eating as a form of sustenance for your body and not something that you should do just for pleasure, because again, that will create problems for the future version of you. If you're eating for pleasure all the time in the here and now, future version of you may not be too happy. So just something to keep in mind. Always be thinking about what the future version of you will be dealing with and try to make that person's life a bit easier, because that's going to be you one day. So yeah, but anyway, I truly hope that this video was helpful, and I will see you guys in the next one. Arrivederci!